Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Q&A session for launching in Dubai. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes before we start, just to make sure everyone who RSVP'd are here in this webinar. We will be joined today by my dear friend from DMCC, Emma Ortega, who will help me answer some of your questions about how to set up a company either in mainland or in the DMCC free zone. Let me also share my email address. So if you have some private questions or questions that you don't want to disclose within the webinar, you can send that to me after this session. I'm also sharing you my mobile number, so you can give me a call or send me a WhatsApp for those inquiries. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in chat or unmute yourself. Seems that this is a small group. Um, if you have any questions about again how to set up a company, licensing activities or business activities. So welcome Mohammed, Adnan, Sunam, and Tejan. Um, the floor is yours. If you have any questions, again, you can drop them on the chat box or unmute yourselves. And I'm happy to answer your questions regarding, again, getting a license, uh, business activity. Okay, maybe I'll start with a quick introduction. My name is Chaz Viron. I've been working with AstroLabs for the past 4 years as a community and business setup lead. My primary role is to take care of the Dubai community co-working space. At the same time, support our tech entrepreneurs in terms of soft landing here in Dubai, primarily assisting them with getting a trade license through our partnership with the DMCC Free Zone. This partnership enable us AstroLabs, and endorsing the company, the member company to DMCC to get subsidized trade license on the first year. And by this, I mean we're waiving roughly 32,000 dirhams on upfront license cost. If you go directly with DMCC, you would have to settle the cost upfront, which are your registration fee, which is 9,000, the AOA fee or the memorandum of agreement, which is at 1,000, and the biggest fee would be your license fee at 20,000. So roughly around 30,000 dirhams is saved if you come on board as an AstroLabs member. But we can only support if the company is working on something tech or digital. So that's one of the limitations. But tech and digital is really broad. So as long as we can justify to the DMCC authority that the company is tech or digital enabled or driven or caters to clients working in tech or digital industry, then we can make a case and support you and provide you a free trade license basically on your first year. Um, Under this partnership as well, you will be able to use AstroLabs co-working space. We have two spaces here in Cluster R, JLT. At the retail level, we have a beautiful park and lakeside co-working space that are now operating at full capacity at 24/7. Of course, the space has been proof with again safety measures against COVID. Our members are coming back from working from home, so we're also regularly and hourly sanitizing the desk and the space. So there's absolutely no worry. Members are keeping safe distance to throughout the space. Um, so the space becomes the address for the company. We provide mostly all of the resources, such as meeting rooms, phone rooms, uh, Wi-Fi, printing, um, and on the soft side, we provide access to different startup programs through our partner uh, network, which includes Google for Startups, IBM, AWS, HubSpot. We provide entrepreneurial support through different partners that provide, let's say, accountancy, VAT registration, auditing, bookkeeping services, and even legal advisory. Um, so again, guys, if you have any questions, this session, by the way, is scheduled every month as a follow-up to our launching in Dubai webinar. If you had attended that 2 weeks ago, um, there we discuss some of the stages and processes in terms of getting a trade license or commercial license here in Dubai, whether it be mainland or free zone. Okay, question from Tejan. Do we offer business consulting or management consulting in license activities? Yes. So our partnership with DMCC is really advantageous for companies because it gives them over 900 different activities to choose from. So one of those activities is business consulting and management consultancies. Um, whether you go with AstroLabs or directly with DMCC, this is something that the DMCC Free Zone can support. Um, if there is anything tech related, for example, Tejan, or if you cater to tech companies, you help them, let's say, with digital transformation solutions. Uh, this is something that we can support through AstroLabs and probably waive your license fees for the first year. Otherwise, you can go directly with the DMCC Free Zone. And right now, the DMCC Free Zone also has amazing offers as part of the stimulus package as a support during this critical times. And Emma is not yet here, but later when she comes in, she'll be able to like share some of the offers that the DMCC Free Zone currently has. So guys, again, if you're shy, if you don't want to speak and unmute yourself, feel free to drop your questions in the group chat and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Again, this is a great opportunity for you to, let's say, get some free advice or consultancy on some of the questions that you have pertaining to setting up a company or clearing a business activity. Or asking for requirements or timeline or the process and getting a license. Okay, thank you, Solo, for this question. What's the cost for the registration licensing for the first year and every year after that? So in the DMCC free zone, it's 20,000 for the license fee, but um, Dubai authority or jurisdiction ranges from between 17 to 20K. um, the MCC being the largest and the fastest growing free zone is probably one of again a premium free zone in Dubai, which includes the like of let's say the IFC for example. Um, so for the year, for example, at regular rate without any of the promotions, for example, and the current offers, if you include all of the setup costs from registration to getting an establishment card to potentially getting one visa, um, it would probably sum up to around 54K, for example. And this is with the MCC getting, let's say, one of their FlexiDesk as your property solution. So that's the standard rate, again, outside the current promotions. But right now, they have promotions that offer almost 50% off on the registration and setup costs. Um, AstroLabs, on the other hand, through the license membership model or license membership tier, if you are a tech or a digital company, we can reduce this cost to you for 42K annually. Or uh, right now, we're also offering a special reduced rate for the first 3 months. We're lowering a monthly membership fee, which is originally at 3,500 dirhams to 2,500 per month. So giving you an additional 3,000 savings on top of the 32,000 that we're waiving for the license fee. So that would be about 39,000 for a year. That is again paid on a monthly basis. So that's one of the difference between AstroLabs and BMCC is that we again offer you a flexible and easy monthly payment to manage, especially if you're a startup. Cash flow is very important. So this is one way to go around getting your company set up at a very minimal cost. Okay, another question from Dejan. Thank you so much. I love these questions. Keep them flowing. Am I restricted to work only with companies inside Free Zone, or can I offer my service companies outside of the MCC? Okay. Um, by the law, you are only restricted to provide services within your jurisdiction. But um, here in Dubai, it's very flexible, especially if you are a service-oriented company. If you're a service-oriented company, uh, if, for example, in your earlier question, Dejan, you would like to set up a management consultancy or a business consultancy, whether you are on a free zone, it's absolutely fine to render services to clients that are in other free zones or in mainland. There are certain activities, like, for example, trading, like physical trading, uh, that that you actually need like a channel to be able to conduct business with, let's say, a consumer or a client from mainland. And on these situations, particularly for trading that are physical, uh, you have to partner with, let's say, a logistics or a distributor, a warehouse, a courier service provider, to be able to conduct or trade business with someone in mainland. Simply because these partners typically have the license activities that you need to be able to, let's say, invoice consumers that are outside of the free zone.